you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, you got to mean this. Like, you got to be desperate. This is no game, this. It's like, my life is not everything I want it to be, and perhaps it's not everything that I need it to be.
9 things to do to kickstart your self-development journey. Have you ever had that moment where you wake up, stare at the ceiling, and think, there has to be more to life than this? I know I'm capable of so much more, but I just don't know where to start. If you felt that way, you are not alone. In fact, surveys in 2024 show that over 68% of people worldwide feel stuck in life, stuck in routines, stuck in self-doubt, or stuck in habits that don't serve them. But here's the good news. Starting your self-development journey doesn't require some giant overnight transformation. It's about small, consistent actions that slowly reshape who you are and how you live. And in today's video, I'll walk you through 9 powerful things you can do to kickstart your self-development journey with real-life stories, fresh research, and practical steps you can apply today. Get crystal clear on your why. Imagine being on a road trip without a destination. You just drive endlessly, wasting fuel and energy, right? That's what life feels like when you don't know your why. Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, famously said, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." The same applies to your own life. A 2023 Gallup survey revealed that people who clearly define their why are 3.6 times more likely to stay committed to their goals long term. So here's your first step. Ask yourself, why do I want to grow? Why does this matter to me? Don't settle for shallow answers like to make money. Dig deeper. Maybe it's freedom. Maybe it's to provide for your family. Maybe it's to feel confident in your own skin. When you find your why, it becomes the fuel that keeps you going when motivation fades. Build a morning routine that works for you. There's a reason almost every successful person talks about their mornings, not because of the time they wake up, but because of the energy and focus they create at the start of the day. The American Psychological Association published a 2024 study showing that people who intentionally structure their mornings through habits like meditation, journaling, or exercise report a 23% boost in daily productivity. Now, you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. If you're a night owl, start at 8 or 9, but make your mornings intentional. Try this simple framework. Mind journal or read 10 minutes. Body stretch, walk, or do light exercise. Soul practice. Gratitude or meditate. Even 20 minutes of mindful routine can turn chaos into clarity. Read, learn, and feed your mind daily. Here's something powerful. If you dedicate just 1 hour a day to learning, whether reading books, listening to podcasts, or taking courses, you'll invest 365 hours a year into your growth. That's almost like completing a university degree on yourself. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, still spends up to 5 hours a day reading. And according to Statista 2023, regular readers are 39% more likely to make smarter career and financial decisions. You don't need to read 500 pages a day. Start small, 20 minutes before bed, or a podcast while commuting. Knowledge compounds like interest. A year from now, you'll think completely differently than you do today. Upgrade your environment. Here's a truth bomb. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your environment. Think of it this way. If you're trying to eat healthy, but your fridge is filled with junk food, you'll give in eventually. If you're trying to grow, but your circle is full of negativity, you'll stay stuck. A University of Minnesota study, 2023, found that people who decluttered their environment and curated positive surroundings experienced a 40% increase in focus and reduced procrastination. So clean your room, organize your desk, and follow toxic accounts and surround yourself with people who lift you up. Your environment silently programs your habits. Set micro goals, not just big ones. We've all set giant goals like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds or I'll start a business this year only to quit halfway. The problem isn't lack of ambition, it's lack of momentum. Psychologists recommend micro goals, small, achievable steps that keep you moving forward. For example, instead of I'll work out 5 days a week, start with I'll walk for 10 minutes today. Instead of I'll save $10,000, start with I'll save $5 every day. A Journal of Applied Psychology study, 2024, found that people focusing on micro goals were 76% more likely to succeed. Why? because small wins release dopamine, the brain's motivation chemical. Big results are just the sum of tiny wins repeated daily. Practice self-awareness through journaling. Self-development without self-awareness is like trying to build a house without knowing the ground it's standing on. Journaling is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for self-awareness. Neuroscience studies show that writing down your thoughts daily reduces stress by 27% and sharpens decision-making. Oprah Winfrey credits her success partly to her gratitude journal, saying, "If you want to change your life, change the way you see your life." Try this nightly journaling exercise. Write 3 wins from your day. Write 3 lessons you learned. Write 1 thing you're grateful for. Do this consistently, and you'll start to notice patterns, behaviors, and opportunities you never saw before. Invest in your health, mind and body. Your health is not separate from self-development. It's the foundation of it. Think about it. How can you work on your goals if you're constantly tired, stressed, or unwell? A Harvard Health study in 2024 revealed that just 30 minutes of moderate exercise daily reduces anxiety by 48% and boosts creativity by 60%. Pair this with a balanced diet, quality sleep, and mindfulness, and you'll multiply your energy and focus. Even tech leaders are prioritizing health. Apps like Calm and Headspace reached record downloads in 2023 because millions realized mental health isn't a luxury, it's survival. So take care of your body, because it's the vehicle carrying you toward your dreams. Develop emotional resilience. Here's the truth. No matter how motivated you are, life will throw curveballs. You'll fail. You'll face rejection. You'll get knocked down. The key difference between those who succeed and those who give up: resilience. The American Psychological Association states that resilient people don't avoid stress. They adapt and bounce back faster. One practical method is reframing. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "This was a lesson." Instead of, "I'm stuck," say, "This is an opportunity to grow." Every challenge becomes training for your future self. Take action, even if it's messy. And finally, the most important step: take action. Too many people get trapped in analysis paralysis. They binge-watch motivational videos, read books, and make endless plans, but never execute. But growth only happens when you do. A 2023 MIT study found that people who took immediate small actions after learning something retained 47% more knowledge and built habits twice as fast. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start messy. Start scared. Start unprepared. But just start. Because clarity comes through action, not before it. Like, share, and subscribe, and share for more.